So Shiba Inu right now is kind of stuck. We are stuck in this range of very, very thick liquidity, but people need to understand that above here, there is very thin liquidity. And I want to show you guys exactly what I mean here, but we continue to make progress on a fundamental level, which is a great sign despite the market just going through these chops. Like I said, for Shib, we're still building this right shoulder. We're still waiting for our extension to the upside. And there's just a couple things I want to highlight here for you guys. So if you are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So Shib actually came down on today's daily candle, got very close to touching our long-term trend. Would love to see us actually, I don't want to say drop and touch it once again and get a bounce off of it, but that was close enough. we don't need to go down, but right now we are slightly green on the day. We'll see how the day progresses. Understand that we still have our PC report this morning, which will have come out at the time of by the time you guys are watching this video. Hopefully a nice spark for the market. Hopefully it echoes a lot of the data that we've been seeing as of late. We had news surrounding trade deal with China yesterday. David Sachs talking about July being a good month. So there are a lot of things that could in fact be working in our favor that give us a little bit of wind in our sails in the crypto market. I will say on the monthly, just rough month for Shib. Once again, down 12.41%. June has definitely not panned out the way that we had hoped, mostly because of the war news, tariff news, all those negative things that have pushed all assets throughout the crypto space down. Now we just need a little bit of positive here. Now, what I will say for Shib is, one, we did just actually have a bearish cross on our daily stochastic RSI. So that is something to watch. If we do get a big enough green candle today or tomorrow, we could in fact see this flip around. We have done this before, kind of like we did back here in April, where we came down, we were consolidating, we had the bearish cross, then we flipped around and made an extension. Maybe that's what we see here, maybe not. But just be aware of a couple things going on. First of all, I have to say, we are witnessing the least capitulation we have seen in recent term. You guys remember we had some of those days where we had, 1 year average hold time unload, 1 year average hold time unload, 9 month, 1 year. For the past basically, almost a week and a half or so, it's been very short-term capitulation. It's mostly holders that have held for 1 month, 2 months. We did have a little bit of a spike of 5 months on the 23rd, but for the most part, it's just people that are maybe diving in, diving out, diving in, diving out. So we're actually reaching a point of stability while we are seeing, one, holders hit new all-time highs, two, seeing exchange supply just continue to drop and set new all-time lows. So these things are just continuing to move the right direction. And the reason why I talk about these so much is I think that these are some of the best ways to monitor what is coming down the road. Obviously, if we saw a flip and saw huge inflows to exchanges, that's usually not a good thing. Usually when people are removing from supply from exchanges, it's to hold long term. And right now, Shib has been a long-term hold, a very long-term hold. I think most of us can agree with, right? But what I will say is that right now, Shib is kind of stuck in this range. And you guys can see the order books, for example, here on Binance. There's a very thick compression around these ranges. Right now, we're fighting this sell wall basically at 40113 of 32 billion Shib, but it even extends beyond that. There's up to about 4012. There's very, very thick liquidity. The good news is we have great buy support basically down from 401 and up. You guys can see a big wall of about 36 billion Shib just on Binance alone at about 401, but there's billions and billions and billions of Shib willing to be bought down in these ranges. So we're seeing defensive price, we're seeing pushback on price. Now, what I will say, like I've said many times before, is there is very thin liquidity above there. Basically, the thickest ranges of liquidity that we have for Shib are kind of in this area right here, the area that Shib is trying to escape currently. And frankly, we got to break past this 4017 range to really make some extended moves. Okay. And I'm not saying that's going to happen today. I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow, but that's what we're fighting right now. That's why there hasn't been a whole lot of push one way or the other. That's why Shib has been showing a lot of stability compared to other meme coins in the space. It's because we're as the tune goes, into the thick of it. And that was horrible. Anyways, that's where we're at right now. So we just need to make some progress. We need some sparks in the market. We can eventually get to the point where there's been so much accumulating going on in terms of Shib and so much conviction that we can just organically start to make some moves up here. And maybe that's what we do as we progress into July. But The biggest thing I can stress again is patience. Crypto's hard. It's not easy, especially in these times where we've dealt with so many negative things here in 2025. But again, like I will say, things are starting to brighten up just a little bit. And maybe that carries us to some new local highs here. So we'll see what happens. But appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. But have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.